All right, hey everyone, FPS Chesley here. Welcome back to 1968 NATO campaign in the old .mod 04A here. We're playing as a Sturgeon. Hey, we're playing as a Sturgeon. These aren't the right intervals on these spacings. The heck is down there at the southwest. Going after some more diesel boats after a very successful Mark 45 outing last time against that Victor. I'm sure I had some weird reason for not using Mark 45s when I first started playing this game, because they're like only nuclear. But then in the when I recently read the Mark 45 description, how they talked about trying to like backfit them, field modified for a conventional warhead, I was like, yeah, we've seen a lot of that kind of happening in Ukraine kind of stuff. So I was like, let's just do the old Mark 45s, and then they're frickin'. Of course they're great. I mean, you got to keep the wire, but it really helps against those Russian nuke boats. So here we are. We're going against some diesels. A little anticlimactic after going after some nuke boats last time, but we're gonna do it. All right, what do we got here? Nope, that's not a Foxtrot. This is a fishing boat.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
Zoe Day, hello. Thanks for the super chat. It seems to come through quicker in here than the notification. Is the stream notification gonna work? Come on now. Risk it for the biscuit. That's a British saying, isn't it? I think I learned that the other day. Why did the notification not go through? Damn it. All right, let's get beneath this layer. Seems to be no one above here.
Make depth 300 feet. Dive by.
Come right to.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do what must be
A little slow.
Lord Vader.
Thanks so much, Zoe Day. Too kind. Yeah, I'm so glad you got that figured out with the DW on the laptop there, Gamers Unite. I gotta make a video for that tomorrow, because so many people... I've been seeing a lot of this recently on the message boards, I guess, as people are moving to Windows 11, but having issues getting Dangerous Waters running. But it seems to be with Intel chips, Intel CPUs with onboard graphics seems to be what's going on here. And if you can get a way to frickin' isolate that onboard CPU graphics processor, it seems to work. $0.03 shorter this week, currency in the toilet. I know the feeling, Gamers Unite. My phone, which is like over 4 years old now, which is crazy to think about, have been like getting really laggy recently. Like sometimes when I'd turn the screen on, it'd take a few seconds to show up, or sometimes it would take a few seconds for the top-down menu to pull open. But I found some website that mentioned, trying to clear out the phone's cache from like the start menu, from like BIOS, if you will. I did that, and it seems to be working fine so far. Hopefully it holds. I can't believe this phone is almost 5 years old. Crazy. Like, fiance's like, just get a new phone. I was like, no, I gotta figure it out.
Dive at 300 feet. Dive by.
My laptop is like 4 years old too, but that's just a so when I travel on long trips, I can retreat to playing a game for a little bit. I found that helps me on long trips sometimes with my loner tendencies. So I'm not really in any rush to update the laptop anytime soon. It's fine. Ice cream truck. Here, a frickin' ice cream truck. The heck? I've never heard an ice cream truck here. That's very loud. Alright, we haven't picked up anyone down here. Yes? Okay, so we gotta start going out to meet some biddies. What? You start driving out, try and close the distance with the contact here. I know dot mod like changes the depth at which like the this nice lighting from the surface, the rippliness goes away. Maybe I'll try and like increase the depth that happens. Yeah, like it happens here at like 100 meters. Because it's pretty. I like looking at it. Alright. We'll do mile-ish bursts.
Dive at 350 feet. Dive high.
As we go, we're looking. Blue penetrates the furthest? I wouldn't guess that. Red's a longer wavelength. I would expect the longer wavelength to go deeper. How much better are these Mark 45s? Oh, these Mark 45s are the best. Get the best Mark 45s. No, they're good. Not worth using on a diesel boat. But definitely good. I mean, you can't use them all the time because you need to keep the wire on it because they don't have guidance. You have to wire guide it the whole way because they're originally nuclear torpedoes, the Mark 45. And so you needed like positive control of the torpedo for the whole duration. So if you can get the jump on like a nuclear boat, it kind of helps with the fact that maybe like they start running around and you can at least close the speed with them. Don't have like a Mark 37 that's just kind of like can't catch up to him. Synthexis? Hello. Synthexis? This is my second beer, so apologies for any shenanigans. Reds and oranges have less energy, blue light penetrates further. That is also true. Red, longer wavelength, blue, more energy. That is correct. At 100 meters, most light is only blue. Interesting, okay. I may be thinking like too far down in the EM spectrum, like radio. Because down in that range, that's where you get like the ELF that like penetrates throughout the entire ocean kind of stuff. Interesting. But yeah, so yeah, blue is more energetic because when you go to blue, you're starting to get closer to like X-rays, gamma rays, that region of the EM spectrum. All right, we're about at this first marker. Let's take a listen.
Turns 4, 5 knots.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Oh, 1 second.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 119. Designated Sierra 2.
Yeah. I forgot to eat. Usually eat before these Friday streams. So I may have to take a break, an extended break at some point here to eat. Hertz rent a sub. Alright, seems like we got nothing. Oh, we got a Sierra too. Glad I zoomed out. For this arbitrary distance, it doesn't mean anything. Viskia.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine. Make turns for 5 knots, maneuvering eye.
I was got some foxtrots with him. Oh, dinging the anechoic tile. That's wear and tear. You can't claim me for that, bro. That's standard wear and tear. Hey, you want a Baba Boyka? Would not mind. Put it in your CD tray, and you can send it over your dial-up. The game gets kind of buggy with the initial bearings. They really meant 099 for Sierra 2. But it's just always been kind of inconsistent like that.
Con, helm, steady course.
The amazing world of Gumball.
Bearing 1, 5,
Like the
0,
Gumball
designated
3000.
Sierra 3.
Oh, is this another whiskey?
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified.
Alright, if these are only
as
whiskeys, I'm gonna
submerged
disengage, because we're going after foxtrots.
Come left 2, 3, 5, 9, helm eye.
Long hair, don't care.
Make turns for 1, 5 knots, maneuvering eye. Con maneuvering, making turns for 1, 5 knots.
Make depth 450 feet, dive I. Con, dive at 450.
Ooh, I was making a
feet,
decent
dive
chunk of
I.
noise there with that guy, okay. He may have heard me.
Rig shift for ultra quiet.
Make turns
That's
for
fine, whatever,
1,
who cares.
5 knots, maneuvering eye.
What is the sound level out here? Oh, well, that's why. It's very quiet. Are they not worth the rubles?
Sonar
No.
lost contact. Sierra 1. Last
No.
bearing,
We're supposed to be going after
0,
some foxtrots.
9. Contact is in the baffles.
So we'll go after foxtrots. You guys can hear that siren? Maybe if I talk, you'll hear it. Oh, no, there you go. It shut up decently on the mic. Got the windows open. It's a show on Cartoon Network in the mid-2000s. It may have been just after my prime, so to speak. Mid-2000s.
0 knots, maneuvering eye.
Oh, when you're a kid, the years are very important. When you're an adult, not as much. It's like 2003 could have been very different for me than 2005 or 2007. Oh, mid-2010s. Okay, yeah, I had not watched Cartoon Network since the mid-2000s, probably. We are clear. Bob says, anyone have a deep-seated hatred of T-Mobile's home 5G router? That's what I'm aiming for in a month or so. T-Mobile doesn't exist anymore. They got bought by... was that other carrier? Or did T-Mobile buy that other carrier? Oh god, what was that? There's Verizon, there's AT&T, there's T-Mobile, and then there's I want to say Enterprise, but that's not right. There's that other one. My roommate in college had that. Sprint, that's it. T-Mobile bought Sprint. Okay, so never mind. Disregard what I said. My fiance has T-Mobile for phone. But we have Verizon for fiber optic internet. What? This was the mission? This was Whiskey's. Oh, it's a bug. God damn it. God damn you, game. They were Whiskies. Unless the Foxtrot... No, one of the boats was like a 95% certainty they resolve any discrepancies at that point. Reload? Oh, you know what? That's not a bad idea, Splinter. I don't have to deal with this shit. I don't have to deal with this bugginess. Is that in the cooler? Hey everyone, FPS. Just kidding. Yeah, we don't gotta deal with that nonsense. Coming in hot. Ooh, a slightly different path. Interesting. You know, I've always wanted to kind of get like a landline for phone. Even though it's considered out of date at this point, but like landline phone is just so much easier to talk on. Like cell phone is laggy. Landline phone is just a much better experience than cell phone. But I guess for most people, not better enough to justify having it. Annoying YouTube opening that all Zoomers use. Which one are you talking about? Alright, let's do it again. 056. Strong duct, strong layer. Okay. Very strong duct, very strong layer. I can't recall seeing the very anytime soon. Has anyone noticed that this font face is the same one I use for my credits? It is the exact same font. I may be the only one who will notice that. Alright, let's do it. 056.
On sonar, new contact bearing 106. Designated Sierra 1. Con sonar, new
And
contact
I
bearing
would
328.
swim 500
Designated Sierra
yards
2.
if I could swim 500 more.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as merchant.
The heck is this? Oh,
Con
merchant.
sonar, Sierra 1
Hey,
is
we got a
classified
merchant.
as merchant.
Kind of hard to explain it without actually hearing it. Yeah, that's fine. Landline means not having to change my contact info with the VA. Hey, you know, if you gotta avoid some bureaucratic headache, I say go for it. You know, I think a prime area where AI could be helpful is in bureaucracy, because people want better bureaucracy, but but at the same time, no one wants to pay for it. So I think AI could help with that. You know, just get some free AI labor for us there.
Make depth 300 feet. Dive I.
I'm getting some hot takes today, man.
Come right to
Must be in a good mood. Hildebrand, hello.
I.
Landlines reduce people having full-blown discussions on loudspeaker in public. You'd have to take away people's cell phones for that to happen. Alright, let's pop beneath this layer, see if we're close enough to these boats. Probably not. Ooh, it's still just as quiet. The duct and the layer are stronger over here. I wonder how that works in the game. Is duct and layer completely randomized, or does it kind of like move throughout the map? I doubt it's that sophisticated.
055, designated Sierra 3.
Oh, there you go. There's a bullet. Slow down to 3.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Practically no one has landlines anymore in Norway. I remember when I was at like my office, we had office phones, but I'm pretty sure those were over Ethernet. Like landline over Ethernet. Anyway, net drop for a little over 2 weeks resulted in the current provider dropping both my net and phone. What the hell? What the heck happened, Bob? Your net dropped and then the provider dropped you? Oh my god. AI incorrectly issued millions in debt to the public on social welfare. Yeah, oh my god. Someone went a little crazy. I was reading an article that said like that call center employees that had like AI to like look stuff up for them or like kind of offer suggestions like improved the satisfaction of like customer service calls by like 15%, but talking incremental change here, not just like completely handing it over. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say whiskey.
Sierra 3 is classified. Make turns for 5 knots.
Let's head on over that way.
Turns for 7 knots. Maneuvering eye.
CenturyLink. That sounds familiar. And it sounds mediocre. Is that like some like DSL provider that's been hanging around since like the early 2000s? Hate having to dial on a keypad multiple times to route a call. Yeah, I avoid customer service as much as I can just because I hate phone calls generally. Oh, Sierra 4, hello? 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 Let's slow down again. This might be another whiskey.
For 3 knots. Maneuvering eye.
The change in sonar performance from 3 to 5 seems a little large, in my opinion.
4. Con maneuvering, making turns for
Okay,
3
like
knots.
both coming this way. Are we being straddled? Wow, we heard this guy really far away. Whiskey at 8 knots in this acoustical condition we can hear from 10,000 yards. Well, I guess it's a whiskey, right? This is the Type 21 copy. $10 dB louder than me. Yeah, it's a Type 21 copy, alright. I want to see a Zulu. I don't think I'd ever heard of this boat before, and I think that's because only one of these were ever made. Did anyone see my article I shared or my tweet I put out of like the Beluga, which was like a late Soviet diesel boat that looked like an Alpha? Don't have Twitter. I posted it on Discord. It's in like Naval General, I think. Okay, we got a whiskey out here to the east. Another one out here to the northeast. Just about to firm up that solution. Seems like we're about to split the difference here. I don't know that I want to thread that needle, so to speak, here. I'll wait for Sierra 3 to firm up. Okay, firmed up right where he was. "26 Zulus were built." Never mind. Thank you, sad MBTX container. How's it going? Do I have a P.O. box you can send donations to? Like checks? No, I do not have a P.O. box. China did lose a boat. Has that story been published by a more reputable source than the Daily Mail? Balaclava Beluga. Yeah, that's it. Balaclava Beluga. You know what? I think I'm going to press on towards Sierra 3. Because Sierra 4 is staggered behind me. I was thinking about trying to like end around down to the south here, but that's going to take too long. So we're going to press on to Sierra 3.
Come left to 0, 0.
It's better to go for the one behind first. It's pretty quiet out here. I'll be able to reestablish contact with Sierra 3. I think I should go to the south and go for Sierra 4 first. No, we're gonna go for Sierra 3 first. Their torpedoes suck. So I'm getting a little cocky. Go for Sierra 3 first. Because he's closer, and because it's so quiet out here. Should be able to pick up Sierra 4 again, but if he gets spooked after those torpedoes fly around and goes quiet, it'll be a little harder, but shouldn't be impossible, because he's gonna be slow. We'll know the general area he is. He's not gonna, like, suddenly run away without us realizing. So we're gonna go north for Sierra 3 here first. Physical items. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I do not have a P.O. box set up for physical items. We don't have a lot of space in this place. I would have someday liked to accept physical items, but I think it's gonna have to wait till whenever the fiance and I get a house. I don't have a lot of space for things in here. Still trying to kind of get rid of some stuff, make some room. But yeah, I appreciate it thoroughly. It means a lot to me. There's some article saying like the boat got stuck in a submarine net and then ran out of power. I was like, well, it wasn't a nuclear boat. A nuclear boat could be stuck in the subnets for a very long time and be just fine. Also, I didn't realize countries still used submarine nets. It's like, what is this, World War I? But a diesel boat getting stuck in a submarine net would be much more problematic.
Con, helm, steady course.
In before someone sends you a Russian sub. Shit ton of bananas and food. And tins of food. Beans! Send beans! Need beans. Okay, CR3's coming back to starboard. I wanted him to come a little bit back to starboard there. Ooh. Oh, well, rig for silent, dude.
Quiet.
When I was tweaking the sonar for this game, I spent a while back trying to figure out like what the, what a lower realm for ambient noise in the ocean is. It really gets very complicated. If you're like very close to a lot of shipping, the ambient noise can be like 20 dB louder seemingly than like the middle of the ocean. In terms of like trying to nerf like passive sonars a little bit.
Contact.
But
One. Last bearing 1-5.
I realized if I made everything quieter to try and like accommodate these very low ambient noises, that at the higher ambient noises it would be like that much harder to find things. So I think just nerfing the active sonar is good enough. We haven't really had much issue with the subs. It was just like the active sonar from surface ships that was a bit incredulous. China lays nets to prevent surface vessels from entering. Oh, interesting. China has been generous. That's why the new standard is LUFS. LUFS! We're not talking about voice recordings here or whatever. I'm very familiar with LUFS. I love LUFS and LKFS and all that. It absolutely annoys me when YouTubers aren't aware of that. I mean, to be honest, I think YouTube normalizes to like -14 LUFS. And if you don't know what LUFS is, you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about at the moment. I think just me and Zozo will know what we're talking about here, but so many people so many videos are just like minus like 11 dB on YouTube. If you like look at the stats for nerds, and it's just infuriating. It's like, can you boost the volume? Am I a bad person for pointing out the irony of a Chinese submarine getting caught in a Chinese trap? No. In fact, it sounds like something that would happen with China. What's this plane going over my head? Surtas mod for the modern subs. What's Surtas? Is that one of those weird new fancy hull-bound sensors? Or is that like the surface ships that tow the towed arrays? Putting the microphone in their mouth and speaking. There's a lot of muddled podcast sound going on YouTube right now, yes. People have not heard of like the thumb and fist spacing rule. Yeah, definitely feel bad if anyone did indeed buy it on a Chinese sub, but I don't think their leadership cares too much. I mean, I can kind of figure out the acronym just by looking at it, like Surface Towed Array Sonar System or something. Oh god, we're about to be like frickin' heard.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering aye.
We are very close aboard. 2,000 yards. I can see them. Got to let him drive by here for a second. We're even close enough with the nerfed active sonar that he'll still get a return on me if he decides to just light off a ping there. Even with the active sonar reduced by half. This is 22 in stock dot mod and 11 with the nerfage. I need to release my active sonar nerfage as a little sub mod. People have been seemingly interested in that. I'm not sure what the best way to do it is. I guess do it with Lamy. Sorry, not Lamy, excuse me, that was a... Lamy also uses JSGME, which is what you use to install .mod. I guess my thought would be like you install .mod and then you install MyMod on top of .mod. And then if you want to like update .mod, you pull MyMod off, then you pull .mod off. And yeah, I guess that's how that would work. You know what's really weird, if you go back to like one of those May Day parades, it's from like 2011. That was like at like the peak of like, I guess, US-Russian relations, because there's a US unit actually participated in that like 2011 May Day parade, whenever it was. Yeah, I want to try and like keep the mod modular, I guess is the right word. So like if you uninstall your .mod, that doesn't freak out, or you don't permanently modify your .mod. I don't know. Software quality control, I used to be a computer science major, but I didn't get in far enough to learn about software quality control, really. 2010, okay, yeah. Wow, 13 years ago. Me stupid. Computer broken. I fix. You know, I sometimes wonder if like, I don't know if anyone will understand this analogy, but I think computer science is more to physics as like software engineering is to like mechanical engineering, which is what I studied in college. So I think if I had gone into like software engineering, I may have stayed with that. I may never have left. So it's just fun to like think about that, because computer science is more almost like applied math to like computer programming kind of thing, where software engineering is more like seemingly end product focused. If anyone in here is a programmer and can correct me on that, please let me know. I sometimes try and figure out what the heck the difference is between computer science and software engineering. Oh, forgive me for how to pronounce your name. Ochider? Ochider? My friends and I are getting back in the Wolfpack a bit. They're allegedly adding a fully functional engine room to the U-boat. I have not played Wolfpack in a very long time. Pretty much since I uploaded the videos for that. That was probably like 5 years ago. Goodness. Saw a photo of Mila Jovovich with her multipass. Is that from Fifth Element? I still have yet to see that movie. Don't at me. Oh, Bob, speaking of Windows 10 updates, I think I was messaging you about like I couldn't host that one game and it seemed like it was related to a Windows update. That turned out to not be the case. My router just needed to be restarted. It was not accepting port forwarding changes, so it was not a Windows update that broke hosting of that joint ops game. Al-Qaeda? Okay. Is that German? Al-Qaeda? I need to watch Fifth Element. I need to. I like Bruce Willis. I like Gary Oldman. Japanese-ish? Okay. Oh, I fortunately have never had memory problems. Let's see if we can pump it to 3 knots here.
3 knots.
Or Sierra 3
Bring up.
without making too much noise. Try and get moving again. Okay, we don't gotta worry about Sierra 4. He's almost twice as far away. It doesn't look like he's almost twice as far away, but yeah, I guess so. No, actually, he really doesn't look... Well, I guess he's technically not twice as far away. So, never mind. I'm just rambling. I would like to correct these range rings because they're set up for meters and not yards. It's slightly misleading. English bootleg of Japanese Pokemon Green. Dr. Oak is mistranslated to Dr. Alkider. Okay there, oh hi there. It just went like Wisconsin. Pokemon Green, was that like right after, was that the immediate generation after Red, Blue, and Yellow? Ever been a part of Al Qaeda? Remember Al Qaeda? That seems like a lifetime ago. And it seems like the US does not care about Al Qaeda anymore. Or rather, it's not the relevant thing anymore. Remember the war on terror and the war in Iraq? It seems like a lifetime ago. That will be such a weird period in history, the peace dividend years of like the 90s to the 2015s. I guess it'll be like it'll be the fall of the Soviet Union to the Russian invasion of Ukraine will be the weird years in history. Green was the Gen 1 Japanese equivalent to Pokemon Blue. Okay. Change so many DIMMs out at work. Memory fails that often? I don't think I've ever had memory fail. Of course, I'm not a server. But you would think in I would think in like my 20 years of building my own PCs. God, it is almost 20 years since I started building computers. That would have had possibly like one memory module fail, but nope. A 100 DIMM a week, sweet Googa Mooga. I like how no one's on YouTube right now. Should I have moved to YouTube? I don't know. We'll stick with it for a while. Maybe when I asked a poll of like what people would rather see. It was for my 10-year anniversary stream, what they'd rather see it on Twitch or YouTube, and maybe I was unclear as to what that meant. The overwhelming response was like YouTube, and maybe people thought that meant I wouldn't upload it to YouTube later. Because many more people watch my streams on Twitch. I don't know about many, but a good chunk more. Whenever I look at the analytics of the stream afterwards. So I think I may have asked a bad poll question and then misinterpreted it. Let me make sure that like YouTube chats are being forwarded along and I'm not missing them or something. No, I'm not missing any YouTube chats. Okay. Is anyone alive in YouTube land? I think we've gotten like 2 or 3 YouTube chats this stream actually. Constantly buffers and resolution is terrible on YouTube. See, that's the weird part. I'm sending the same data in theory to both Twitch and YouTube. But I may go back to Twitch here at some point. Alright, we're in those baffles. Alright. Bubba Joe.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
Sierra
Con
4.
sonar lost contact.
I think we can go
Sierra 2,
to 8.
last bearing
8.
2 knots.
We may not be able to go to 8
Make
knots
turns
here.
for 5 knots.
So I want to go faster. Sierra 4. When I come out of silent running, will probably hear me if I go any faster. So we're gonna head this way to get further from Sierra 4, get deeper into Sierra 3's baffles. And we'll turn in. Get all sneaky like up on Sierra 3 here, launch some torps right at him. And go back to Sierra 4 here. F-14 Tomcat RWR beep. You did indeed. That's some time ago I set that as my notification alert on my cell phone, and it's stuck there.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1.
Dodie
bearing
Trencherman.
2, 1,
Hello there.
6.
What happened to the Waz guy? Waz? Who's Waz? Artorius Dux Bellarum. Hello. How's it going?
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4. Last bearing 1, 5, 7. Contact is in the baffles.
I think there was a chunk of time there where YouTube was like briefly invested in getting streaming more popular. I mean, I guess a lot of people stream on YouTube, but oh, I'd have to remember back to like when I was getting set up for streaming on YouTube, trying to like, I don't know. I don't want to ramble on about technical mumbo jumbo. Let's see if we can't reacquire Sierra 4 here. Let's come to port.
Come left 2, 3, 2, 1. Helm I.
You're not crazy, Gamers Unite. My uncle was a F-14 fighter pilot back in the 80s. So F-14s have always been particularly special to me. Waz had a YouTube channel using dangerous waters, always cheated driving the torps. I think that completely slipped my memory. I never saw Waz. That's not like that Smarter War Games guy or whatever. I mean, to be honest, there's no reason Waz should have caught my attention. I have not watched YouTube gaming videos regularly in a very long time. I used to be very into them, and then have kind of lost interest.
Con, helm, steady course.
Chaz started streaming Half-Life and now it's Gordon Freeman. One of my other friends said I'm basically Gordon Freeman. I got a beard, glasses, nuclear engineer. I was like, you're not wrong. I do have a crowbar. It's bright yellow. So a little out of line with Half-Life, but it is a crowbar.
Come left 2, 2, 8, 6. Helm I.
There were these like live action Gordon Freeman videos from a few years ago that like popped into my algorithm on YouTube recently.
Regained contact on Sierra.
It was interesting to like watch them. The style of humor is not really my style of humor, but it's interesting to see them. I wasn't even aware they existed until like a few weeks ago. I don't remember the channel name off the top of my head. My Halloween costume. I actually wanted to go as Beetlejuice because I got this bald noodle to work with any kind of wig kind of thing. Or I could go as Ramius because he He was just as bald. Sean Connery, that is. I think we are going to a Halloween party. I think that was something we had... The fiance and I discovered that someone's hosting a Halloween party that she knows, but... Anyway, yeah, I'd want to go as Beetlejuice. Live action Call of Duty Zombies? Ow. Ow. Call of Duty Zombies is like a good time killer at best. People made live action of that. No offense if you like Call of Duty Zombies a lot. It was fine. It was like a thing to do while I hung out with my friends back in the day. Okay, what do we hear? What do we say? It's released from the silent running. Ew. Okay, gotta move further starboard here in these baffles.
Come right to 325 Helm I.
Starboard relative to Sierra 4, Sierra 3 here. We get further away.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
The Wandering Hobo. Oh, I was at the liquor store and there was some beer that was called the Hobo, and then another one that was like Glorious Vagabond or Wandering Vagabond. I'm like, what's up with all these hobo beers? Of course, they're all like $16 for a 4-pack. It was odd. Last haircut was in 2010. Holy shit.
Con sonar lost
I cut my hair
Sierra
almost
4,
every day.
last bearing 172. Contact is in the baffles.
Bob, you were on the Bonefish, right? Or were you on the actual oh, what's it called? Forgive me. Oh, it's slipping my mind, I'm sorry. Someone will cut your grass every day for you. It's not a bad reason to join the Marines. Barbell, that's a barbell class, yeah.
Sierra 4, bearing 175.
So you were on the barbell, but not the Bonefish. The Bonefish came up recently in my news. I know, yeah, I know they're the same class. I was forgetting the class name briefly there. Different disasters. Oh, okay. If anyone's not aware of the Bonefish disaster, look that up. That was a bad battery fire in the late 80s. It was the barbell class. If people are not aware, I was not aware for a while, was the last class of diesel boat that the United States built, a Cold War boat. And yeah, there was a bad battery fire with the Bonefish in the late 80s. Okay. It seems like the Sierra 4 is like gained ground, or have Sierra 3 and Sierra 4 drifted further apart, perhaps? It wouldn't be bad to like make note of where they are over time. Okay, we still need to move further in these baffles for Sierra 4 there. Oh, this is not going well. I should have gone for Sierra 4 first, but hindsight 2020. Oh, okay. cutting your literal grass. I thought you. No, I thought that was a. thought that was a metaphor for a haircut. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it was unclear when I read the barbell. Oh, maybe Sierra 4 is not that far away. When I was reading about the not the barbell, the bonefish. It was as to whether the saltwater contamination happened rather recently to when the fire started, or if it was a long-term thing. That was unclear to me. The gist I got was that it was a recent thing, a recent leak, 6 or 8 months before. Oh boy. Alright, so we're not in a good pickle right now, because to get to 8 knots, we're probably going to be heard. And then we're not going to be gaining, like, any ground. Maybe I should just acquiesce and head for Sierra 4. Oh, that would suck. Spend all this time going for Sierra 3 here. I think we'll be good. We should, well,
Make turns for 7 knots. Maneuvering aye.
No, let's stick with it. Slow saltwater leak. Okay. It was indeed a grounding problem, as I read in the article recently. Dogleg one of them. My plan is to just go after Sierra 3 at first, then go to Sierra 4. Get real close to Sierra 3. Yeah, bare wires. Course 257. So 457, that doesn't exist. So 057 minus 20, 037. What's the baffles for this guy? No, that's not right. This damn compass wheel math. Oh, bearing 256, sorry. Course 269, so add 13 to the 37. 50, okay. That's a little more reasonable. So we got a lot of baffles to work with Sierra 3 here. Oh god, transfer the bowfish to the barbell. Goodness. Okay, so 057's where his baffles are at. Sorry, 050 plus 180, 230. Okay, we got a ways to go before we're starting to pop out those baffles. Can we hit 9? Can I get 9? Can I get 9? This is ballsy.
Maneuvering aye.
We can get 9. 1 knot of closure.
Come left to 305. Helm aye.
I was coming to port. Even better. I was Sierra Force coming to starboard. Even worse. I want the next dot mod to have baffle lines drawn out. That'd be great. Don't think he re-upped. I wouldn't blame him.
Stay course.
You know what? I think I'm going to go for Sierra 4.